Ethan. Yeah, I think it was world design. And also welcome back, by the way. Yeah, so this should be our expansion here. And so we're really being hit with a lot of losses here. We're making 880,000 with the Xing 360. Maintenance is currently 1 million for Ultima in Space. The sales for Ultima is 500,000, and Ultima sales 1.3 million. So we're definitely taking some major losses there. Alright, so sound is not important. We may just throw Ethan on that. Just because he has nothing better to do on this one. Graphics is usually a high-tech thing. Well, no, I think that's a balanced one. And then world design is usually design. So yeah, sadly that's about the best case scenario, I think, because if we lower graphics, then that means sound is going to have a better amount in it, so we'll try to max that out as high as we can. And let's go ahead and boost it. Like, best case scenario with this game is if you were able to have 9 people total, including your main person, so 2 more desks. But at the same time, I think it would pretty much take out some of the interest of the game if you pretty much had just enough people just to assign 1 per thing on there. With 7, you do have to make a few choices because, or kind of better manage it in another way. You just have to figure out the best way to make sure that it's going to be set up at the correct location there. And as you can see, design and technology on this one is pretty crazy. Because we almost hit 3,000 with both of them. We might get very close to it, at least 2,900 hopefully. And then pretty much as soon as I get back from vacation, I'm probably going to do one more expansion, just to boost Ultima in Space. And I think that'll probably be the end of this particular series of Game Dev Tycoon. I may make another possible series with it. This might be the end of this particular one, so I may start again, maybe with a different objective, to maybe see if we can do an MMORPG before the 45th year. Because as you've noticed, we did go pretty slow on this one, as I was kind of walking you through different things. Probably try to manage a AAA game on top of getting an MMORPG within the 45-year mark. And this will give us a little bit extra hype here, which should be pretty good, because then we should be pretty much set up for once this gets released. Because I feel this one should hit 10s all the way across, just because we have so much design, so much technology. It's also running a new game engine, and that usually means it's going to do fairly well. didn't hit all tens, but looks like we got some at least. So, a little bit over 8 as far as average goes. But after releasing that, you can see that the sales kind of skyrocketed there a bit. Yeah, so we're getting about twice the price now. So 1.2 million for maintenance on that. So almost 10 million in losses. But then we're making 209,000 for regular alt. Yeah, so it kind of looks like a mess there, but yeah, so pretty much we have some sales going up at least. In fact, we may just drop Ultimate Space because I don't... Yeah, so we only generated 122 million with keeping it out there as long as we did. And then there was a lot of additional fees that came with that. The game itself probably ran us at least 60 to 70 million to build. So we only got a profit margin of about 50 million. And so what I'm getting there is that yeah, so it only racked up about 6.7 million in sales. So with all the losses and such, we got $6 million of profit on that. Yeah, so and realistically, this is probably just as bad for the most part. And pretty much the moral of the story on that one is just the fact that MMORPGs are not usually a big money maker in this game. As you can see, I sunk about 700 million to build 2 MMORPGs, another game system, and then 1 expansion. And even now, though this is making us a little bit of money, we're making 3 million off of it right now. 4 million on that one. And now we're already taking a loss. And a much bigger loss. And we're a little bit profitable again. And that's what I'm getting at. It's hard to be really profitable with MMORPGs in this game, which is kind of sad at the same time, but I don't think that there is much of a strategy to just making MMORPGs because it's really just a money sink that you're not going to get your profit back on. So I guess as a last thing, we'll probably just go ahead and we'll go back to long ago when we used to make large games, and we'll just make one quick large game. Finale. But since it's also a large game, it may not do very well, since AAA games are kind of the standard at this point. And since it's military, we could say we're going out with a bang. So we do action and strategy. And we're just gonna see how much design and how much technology we can get within one go around here. So storing quests are not a big deal, so we'll get rid of that. gameplay. Yeah, we'll try that. So Brandon, Angel, and Bill. And since it's our finale, we may as well hype it, and hopefully we do well. We'll go ahead and market it. Large campaign. Dialogue is not important at all. Level design will probably be big for the strategy portion of it. Artificial intelligence will usually be good for the for the action portion. So let's actually even those out. So 75%, 75%. In fact, we'll just throw that on Leroy. Leroy, Derek, and Ethan. So, large booth. So, world design, I don't think it'll be as big of a deal. Graphics, sound, graphics, I'll put him on. For sound, let's go ahead and throw him on it. And we're going to start boosting everyone we can at this point. And as you can see, the investment for technology did pay off a bit, because it jumped pretty high here. And as you can see, we're already losing all of our money for Ultima. We're just going to take it off the market. Since it's our final video here, it'll just kind of show us kind of how good or bad it was. So 64 months was also likely not profitable anymore, as the maintenance costs were likely larger than the income. So again, we took a pretty big hit on it. We also lost 54,000 fans because we just took it off the market and didn't have anything for them to actually go back to. We did sell 75 million units and then generated 1.3 billion in sales. And even with that 1.3 billion in sales, we may have still not even cut a profit on it, due to the fact that we actually built the expansion on it as well as the regular game. So it is a pretty hefty thing to invest in, because in most situations it's just not going to be very profitable. we're still getting rid of all those bugs. So we didn't break a record, but it is still just a large game. It's not a AAA game, so we did break our record for large games, I'm pretty sure. So that averages out to a little bit over 9. Looks like 9.25. And so just to prove my point, this is kind of why I wanted to make just that one extra game there, is 24 million in sales. We've already pretty much paid for the game that we did. And we're also at this point quite profitable. Another 33 million. And just in the first week, we pretty much paid for the game itself. Everything after this point. That's what I said. If in this game, if you're trying to make a lot of money, do really well, it's all about actually making a good, solid, regular game. If you're trying to just do it for flavor and stuff, and a big MMO is not a bad route to go, but I wouldn't use it as a means of garnering a lot of profit. Because simply put, you're just not going to get much profit off of it. But at the very least, this is so I hope you did learn some stuff from the videos, and you did at least enjoy them. Mostly at this point I am just waiting for this to finish to kind of give you an idea. As I said, a large game, all of 1.5 million. In fact, we could get a pretty good idea if we just develop sequel to that. Yeah, so as I said, all of 1.5 million to actually make, well, 3.3. So when we made the 25 million in the first month, it paid for itself plus a bunch of extra. Though usually during the development stages there is a little more expenses involved, so you'll probably end up racking up another 10 or 15 million. But again, 260 million, it's way more profit than we did with any of the other games that was like an MMO. So, well, again, I hope you enjoyed watching, and thank you for watching Rundlii Gaming. Just watch for another series of these games if you're interested. Just like the comments below, or subscribe if you've enjoyed these set of videos so far. So thank you for watching, and you have a good day.